Live from Nashville. Hey, everybody. Mary and Jamie here. It is Sunday, August 28th, 2022. We're heading into last week of summer officially. They're winding down the outside pool at the Green Hills YMCA. Oh, man, I'm going to miss the doing laps outside. And it's still real warm around here, but it's much cooler at night, and the seasons are right on the verge of changing. We've been on the road. We haven't seen y'all live in 7 weeks. I did the math.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, last time we did this was the 10th of July. We have a great show for y'all today. We have some guests that I'm excited to introduce to you. And if you're on their feed wondering who we are, we're streaming from my page, Jamie's page, Tom Paxton's page, and Marcy Marxer and Cathy Fink's page. So we've got a lot going on here. I'm Mary Gaucher. This is Jamie Harris. We are gonna bring our guests in shortly. Legends all. We're super honored to have these guests today, and I can't wait to hear some songs. Yeah, since we were here last, we played Stan Rogers Folk Festival.
That was so great.
Up in Canso,
I loved it.
Nova Scotia, which is very northeastern Canada.
We saw the coolest thing, one of the coolest things I've ever seen, which is this band called Men of the Deeps, which is a choir, all made of, Cape Breton miners?
Cape Breton coal miners, singing coal miners.
They were incredible.
The choir had a choir director, a piano player, and they sang coal mining songs, and they made us both cry almost instantly watching them sing. I mean, we grow up in the folk tradition, listen to coal mining songs all the time, but they're not sung by coal miners. They're sung by folk singers. So when you got coal miners singing coal mining songs, there's deep emotion. To watch them is to feel it. That was extraordinary. We played the Falcon Ridge Folk Festival, which was a lot of fun at a new location, second or third year at a new location. And we got to go to Edmonton and play the Edmonton Folk Festival. So we've been festivaling out, and we're done with our summer folk festivals. We're going to be playing soon in Nashville, outside of Nashville, on September 7th at the Franklin Theater. It's almost sold out, so if you don't have tickets and you want to come, now's the time. September 7th, the Franklin Theater. We're close there to selling it out. I advise getting tickets now rather than later because they're going to go. And I don't want to waste any more time talking because I want to hear as many songs as possible from our guests today. But Jamie and I will kick it off with a song we wrote together about last summer's travels, where we also got to run around quite a bit. And we went to Amsterdam on our way to Denmark and had an incredible time, and this song came from that. Bicycle bells on Rembrandt Street, Spanish shoes on the strangers' feet, and newsbar caps, old Dutchmen, an alley cat with a Cheshire grin, sailors' bars, old cafes, cobblestone carriageways, kisses in the summer rain, falling back in love again. Alright, feeling alright in Amsterdam tonight. Alright, feeling alright in Amsterdam, Amsterdam tonight. Carousels, calliope's cathedral bells, hyacinths, daffodils, tulips in the windowsills, It's been a heartbreak year. I'm so glad to be back here, walking these old streets with you. Wide awake, a dream come true. Alright, feeling alright in Amsterdam tonight. Alright, feeling alright in Amsterdam, Amsterdam tonight. Moonlight on the marble stairs, windows open to the square, late night coffee, gingerbread, cotton sheets, a king-size bed. None of this is gonna last, all of it is gonna pass, but I look into your eyes and see I got everything I'll ever need. Alright, feeling alright in Amsterdam tonight. Alright, feeling alright in Amsterdam, Amsterdam. Alright, feeling alright in Amsterdam tonight. Alright, feeling alright in Amsterdam, Amsterdam tonight.
Someone said, Jamie, you got a new guitar. You want to tell them about the guitar? Will I try to?
Yeah, turn me up, because when you turned me down,
We're
we're having a little bit of issue here. Yeah, so, what's going on? You need to do some dials there?
So we're having an issue with this channel, so we might need to.
The channel?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone now.
No, it's. Keep talking.
It's gone? Yeah.
Keep talking.
Check, 1, 2, yeah, more, yeah. Okay, sounds right now.
Yeah, we're having. Keep going. I'm gonna.
Check. Yeah. Check. It's gone again. Yeah, okay. All right, check.
So you want to tell them about the guitar? Well,
I don't want to tell him about the guitar.
Okay,
What's going on?
what's going on is we're having a problem, so I'm trying to fix it. So
Okay, there it is. It's fine. It's not fine?
we'll just keep
Oh,
rolling.
she wants me to keep going.
We'll just
Okay.
keep rolling. You just do what you do, and I'll try to keep my arm over here.
Oh, well. Okay, she's panicking.
I'm good.
I'll think about the joy inside your laughter. I'll think about your hand inside mine. I'll think about the softness of your sweet skin as I try not to think about time. I'll think about my arms wrapped all around you. I'll think about the kindness in your eyes. I'll think about how you showed up on my doorstep as I try not to think about time. So many roads, so many towns between us, so many nights, so many stairs to climb, so many thoughts to think as I miss you, and I try not to think about time. I'll think about your candlestick fingers on my skin. I'll think about the shiver in your side. I'll think about how much I wanna kiss you as I try not to think about time. So many roads, so many towns between us. So many nights, so many stairs to climb, so many thoughts to think as I miss you, and I try not to think about time. I will try not to think about time. So apparently you fixed whatever was going wrong?
I think so. Well, I think so. I think that was better. So.
Oh, good. Yeah, without Jamie, this wouldn't be happening. I don't know how to do this, the mechanical part. So thanks for fixing that. And
No problem.
let's bring everybody in and say hi.
Yay!
Hey, that sounded beautiful.
Yeah, the sound's been
Yay.
great.
Lovely.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, when she gets a panicked look and starts spinning dials, I get nervous. I'm like, uh-oh. But we
Welcome
seem
to my world.
Oh, Tom, this is not what we signed up for. We didn't sign up to be broadcasters.
No.
Oh, gosh. Well, it sure is good to see all of you. Thanks for jumping in today.
Oh, it's
What
a
a-
pleasure.
What a fabulous opportunity to share songs and to hear you sing and play live.
I mean, Cathy
You got
Marcy.
a couple of great songs there, Mary.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, Tom. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. I mean, Tom, I've known you for many, many years. And Cathy Marcy, how's it possible we haven't, did we meet? I don't think we've met prior to this.
I don't think
Marcy
so.
and I came to one of your shows at Jam and Java, so we've seen
met
you
you
play.
live. Yeah.
But no, we haven't met. We haven't hung out, and it's overdue.
It's long overdue. I'm so glad that this is finally happening. I've seen your name around for years and respected so much what you've been doing with your careers and your lives and your music. And it's just a real thrill to share you with our people and to be able to talk about what y'all have been up to as a threesome during the pandemic. Apparently, you didn't sit around much, did you?
No, Marcy and I actually ran 18 online festivals. Talk about what Jamie's doing with all the knobs between songwriting retreats and banjo festivals and ukulele festivals. And then Tom and I had a weekly 10 a.m. Wednesday appointment that we pretty much kept and still
We
keep.
did, yeah.
We still keep that appointment for songwriting if one or the other of us isn't on the road. And in the meantime, you know, Marcy and I did a lot of things together, but she also does an enormous amount of teaching, and that was her amp talking. It'll talk back in a little bit. And so we actually kept quite busy, and to be perfectly honest, it's the first time in 48 years that I've stayed home and cooked every meal, and I kind of liked it.
We had our come to Jesus about cooking. I'm a trained chef, and Jamie
I
grew
know
up
that.
in Waco with very young parents who never taught her how to cook. And I reached a point a couple of months in where I said, "You're gonna have to help.
Yeah.
You're going to have to learn.
It doesn't have to be great, but it can't be me every meal."
Well, I recall saying to Cathy a year or so before the pandemic began, I said, you know, what we need to do is we need to get together once a week regularly and write some songs. And yeah. And that, of course, that didn't happen. And then the portcullis came down on the panic, and I called her up, or she called me and said, let's do it. So we wrote in excess of 50 songs, I'm sure. And we continue once a week to write.
It's such a
And-
beautiful thing. I love the process of pulling rabbits out of the hat with someone. The co-write is a beautiful thing.
It's a miracle.
It is.
To say the least.
It is a lot like as close as I'll get to giving birth. I mean,
It really is.
you one minute there's no song, and the next minute there is a song.
And then you both go, "Where did that come from?"
Yeah.
You kind of do, and actually, when we finished the live recording of All New, Tom was immediately, okay, we're on for Wednesday morning at 10 a.m., aren't we? And I went, I don't even know if I have any songs left. And we got online and we wrote a hilarious ukulele song together. So apparently
so
we
great.
did. And then we wrote Don't Say Gay. And that was a much needed
Yes.
song and video.
The video with the choir is fantastic. I'm going to put a link to that in the comments
please
for everyone
do.
to see.
Listen.
It's great.
You haven't lived until you've seen Tom Paxton sitting in the middle of 155 gay guys.
Oh, that's so
singing a song.
fantastic.
Oh yeah, it was great.
The sound was amazing. They're beautiful singers.
Well, those guys were amazing, and it turned out that Marcy and I had worked with a bunch of them back in the late 80s and early 90s doing programs around the AIDS quilt, because we've written a lot of songs about that.
Wow.
And so it was also a little bit of a reunion in a nice kind of way.
Full circle moment.
Yeah,
Wow, Jamie's
And
putting a
I
link
had-
to the video in the chat so everybody
great.
can
Thank
see
you,
it.
Jamie.
I had a wonderful moment. I before we went to do that recording, I went on YouTube to listen and see the gay men's chorus of Washington, and they were singing this song from a Broadway show called "Make Them Hear You," make them hear you, and it was really good. And then after we did the recording with them, the video, I asked their director. I said, "Would you ask the guys to sing that? I'd love to hear it live." And so she, tapped the thing, "Guys, we're going to and they did it, and I started crying. I mean, I was so moved by that song and by them. These are terrific fellas.
The bridge building power of empathy and music. And music
yeah,
and
there you
empathy. Go. Amen. So just to state the obvious, you all culminated some of these co-writes in a brand new record, and that came out, was it in January, or when did it come out? It's called All New.
Oh, no, it just came out.
It just came out.
We recorded it in January.
You recorded in January, so it's just now out.
It's just now out. Sometimes, there's sometimes you have a record release and there's sometimes you have a record escape. This was right in between. But honestly, we were just kind of looking for the right moment. And as you well know, there's so many pieces of the puzzle to put together.
Oh, it's a big puzzle.
It's kind of endless, but joyful when it finally all comes together. And honestly, we had in January, I guess, about 6 live rehearsals with the band, and that was so joyful because we hadn't played organized music in groups in such a long time, and everybody took their COVID tests, got together safely. What a blast.
Yeah, and it was such a relief to get back with with musicians.
Oh my God, yeah.
And make music. It just, you realize how badly one had missed it.
Oh my God, yes. And in some ways almost took it for granted. Like this can't be taken away. And then it was.
Oh yeah.
And like the activists that we all made do with what we could do.
Pivot
the live
almost
streaming,
immediately.
the pivot, the whole thing. And Marcy's a cancer survivor. Everybody else was freaking out about pivoting, and Marcy and I were going, "Oh, pivot? We've done that before. Piece of cake. We'll just do something different, But and of course, the reentry is a gradual process at this point, but it is incredibly nice to see 3D people and play music and be in the room together.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
With an audience, for God's sake.
And that too.
Although we've got some groovy friends watching and listening right now, and welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome everybody. We'll talk some more, but I think it might be a good time to hear a couple songs from Tom Paxton. Would you play us
what
two
an
back
idea.
to back?
Two back to back.
Because the first one is just sort of like getting up the ramp, isn't it?
Sure it is. This is for those people in Florida, Arizona, various states where they're ripping books off the shelves, Texas. I just a little quote from Heinrich Heine, who was a German Jew a couple hundred years ago, who happened to be one of Germany's most beloved poets. And he said, "Those who burn books will in the end burn people." Let me see in the right key. I have a book, a dangerous book, no one ought to read. It's full of sex and murder and death, intolerance and greed. Some people want to ban my book, rip it from the shelves, though they've been known to read this book out loud among themselves. When the big bad books go boo, God knows what they might do. You'll know your kids have hit the skids when they quote Huck Finn to you. When Toni Morrison writes, good people lie awake for nights. Oh, the worst will happen to you when the big bad books go boo. They've read it to their children, they've read it to their kin. They never thought that reading it could ever be thought a sin. Of course, the Bible tells us we should treat our neighbors well, while in real life we often tell them they can go to hell. When the big bad books go boo, God knows what they might do. You'll know your kids have hit the skids when they quote Huck Finn to you. When Toni Morrison writes, good people lie awake for nights. Oh, the worst will happen to you when the big bad books go boo. The more fine books you ban, the more your kids will scan. The messengers you shoot will be forbidden fruit, and the children will find out what the books you ban are about, and wonder why the rage over words upon a page. When the big bad books go boo, God knows what they might do. You'll know your kids have hit the skids when they quote Huck Finn to you. When Toni Morrison writes, good people lie awake for nights. Oh, the worst will happen to you when the big bad books go boo. Oh, the worst will happen to you when the big bad books go boo. This is a song that, to be technical about it, Cathy and I wrote before the COVID. But it was a good start. It's called Dreams of Home, and I got to get it up onto the stand here. I have not fully memorized this song. And of course, this is the most exciting part of the performance, when the performer tries to deal with a music stand that doesn't want to be dealt with. It is a gas, actually, to be able to sing for people. I know we have people today listening from Europe, and howdy, you guys. It's good to be singing for you, too. This is a song called Dreams of Home. Dreams of home, they're all I've got to get me through the night ahead. City streets, I hear shouts beneath my window. I heard every word some passing stranger said. Then I turned my thoughts to everyone who's ever been a friend, till I'm quieted and not so all alone. I get through these city nights with dreams of home. First thing out of high school, just a crazy kind of kid. It was nuts to join the Navy, so of course that's what I did. Excuse me. But it really hit me heavy on my first night out at sea. I was thinking of the home place, and it all came down on me. Dreams of home, they're all I've got to get me through the night ahead. City streets, I hear shouts beneath my window. I heard every word some passing stranger said. Then I turned my thoughts to everyone who's ever been a friend, till I'm quieted, not so all alone. We get through these city nights with dreams of a home. I'm always wandering and wandering there, back where my heart always goes. Days before I left, are haunting me now. I'm learning what my heart already knows. Dreams of home, they're all I've got to get me through the night ahead. City streets, I hear shouts beneath my window. I heard every word some passing stranger said. Then I turned my thoughts to everyone who's ever been a friend, till I'm quieted, not so all alone. I get through these city nights with dreams of home. I get through these city nights with dreams of home.
Yes.
A sitting ovation.
A sitting ovation indeed.
Yeah, but we're sitting here singing harmony that nobody else can hear.
Well, that's a good point. This technology is one step unfinished. We cannot sing and play together over this medium yet. And I know they'll solve that because they have to.
Just need a little more speed, a little more
Just a little,
speed.
yeah, a little more something there, and we'll be able to do it together, and that'll be so much fun.
That'll be when we move from being one button away from perfection to 2 buttons away from perfection.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm smiling so much my face hurts. That was so nice, Tom.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
Thank you.
Oh, my gosh, when the big bad book goes boo.
Well, September is National Book Ban Week, or Banned Books Week, that's what it is. And we're doing a lot of outreach. We've even gotten some comments today from librarians, but we're doing a lot of outreach to librarians, American Library Association, and lots of organizations, and they are welcome to there's a little video of that song as well. They're more than welcome to use it to continue pointing out the ridiculousness of the idea of banning books.
Oh, my God. They ban such good... Actually, their books that they ban are a great reading list.
Exactly. Our
Diary of
library,
Anne Frank, I mean, come on.
yeah, our local library actually has a whole shelf of the banned books
To
that
Kill
you
a
can just go right
Mockingbird.
to.
Yeah.
Toni Morrison's Beloved. That's
Yep.
just ridiculously great literature. So there's your reading list for the next
Exactly.
little bit.
Well, make sure you put Saved by a Song on your reading list while you're there.
Oh, thank you. Cathy Fink, Marcy Marxer, play us some song.
How
All
do
right.
you do?
Well, Marcy and I decided yesterday we're going to play the title song, and we just worked it up yesterday, but we met in July of 1980, so that is a ridiculous 42 years ago. We really started playing music together full time about 1982, so that's darn close to 40 years. And so All New is a love song that right now I'm going to dedicate it to her. There you go.
Well, thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4. Old dog,
New trick,
old guitar,
new pick,
old nest,
new birds,
old farm.
new word.
Can anything be all new?
Old feet,
New shoes,
old trouble,
new blues,
old river,
new stream,
old wish.
new dream. Can anything be all new? My love for you is all new. I've never loved like this before. Each day I fall in love again. Each day I love you more. Old acquaintance,
New friends,
old fashioned,
new trends,
old reggae,
new rope,
old memories.
new hope.
Can anything be all new? Mandolin. There's no fool, no That's the title song, All New. Uh-oh, I'm tangled up in my headphones. Give me a sec. I'm going to make this work. Headphones, guitar straps, banjo straps. It's a bit messy.
You might hear a noise right now. I apologize.
Oh, I forgot to take my banjo off. That was really silly. Here I go. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, that wasn't bad.
Marcy's picking up the electric guitar, and yesterday we were chatting with Jamie and Mary about our dear friend John Jennings, who played a lot with Mary Chapin Carpenter and so many other people and produced so many great albums. Jennings and our friend Pete Kennedy put this guitar that Marcy's playing together.
My first electric.
And in contrast to All New, this is the opposite. This is one of them sad love songs that we love to sing, even though it ain't our story. Tom has given us permission to tell other people's stories, particularly when they're fictional people. And one of our Wednesday morning sessions, I called Tom, and he said, "You got any ideas?" I said, "I wrote this line down last night. You're the worst of my bad habits." And I thought the song was going to be called that, but it ends up being called Perfect Strangers. 1, 2, 3. I quit cussing every Sunday. It's not all that hard to do. You know the sun, it keeps on rising, and I'm still in love with you. I quit drinking every Monday. I stopped smoking every night. You're the worst of my bad habits. That's a losing kind of fight. And the weary world keeps turning. We do what we have to do. I'm singing to these perfect strangers that I'm still in love with you. And if you walked into this room now and you heard me sing this song, I think you'd know my heart is breaking, no matter who's been right or wrong. I play these 3 chords in my sleep now. They play themselves when I'm away. It's just another silly habit. It's just another bad mistake. And the weary world keeps turning. We do what we have to do. I'm singing to these perfect strangers that I'm still in love with you. And the weary world keeps turning. We do what we have to do. I'm singing to these perfect strangers that I'm still in love with you. Yes, the weary world keeps turning. We do what we have to do. You're the worst of my bad habits. Now what am I supposed to do?
Oh my goodness, yes, yes, yes. Incredible.
Yes, on a million levels. Yeah, so much love.
What
for
makes
this.
us happy about these sad songs anyway?
There's
know.
certain people that sad songs have the opposite effect. Sad songs make us happy. We have that sort of blues mentality. We sing together to feel better, even if it's sad songs. It does something that's kind of like alchemy.
That's a great way to put
That's
it.
so beautifully put. It's another one of the common languages. We feel something that other people feel.
Yeah, so we're not alone. Yeah, Jamie is sitting there in awe of Marcy's tone on that
Like, oh, that's
guitar.
Such a great guitar tone.
Oh,
Just a-
thank you.
Just a
You know
beautiful
what?
tone.
It's an amp about this big and no pedals.
It seems to be what I really like.
We'll have to get together and do some jamming and
I would
comparing.
love that. I would love that.
That'd be
Good
great.
time.
She's jumping out of her seat there going, tone, 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 tone. That's what I love,
nice.
that tone. It's got that, she said, the Oklahoma sound.
There's a guitar player I love in Oklahoma named Terry Buffalo Ware. I don't know if you guys have known him. He was in one
No,
of...
but now we'll look them up.
Oh, he's wonderful, beautiful, just clean, classic, wonderful player, and just the nicest guy on the planet, too. He played, I think, in Ray Wiley's original band, and then before he retired, he was in John Fulbright's band. And we played together at a festival every year, and he's just wonderful. And it just brought, I was like, oh, I feel like I'm in Oklahoma right now, and I love it.
Oh, that's a dream. And you know, we noticed when you two were playing together, you had some beautiful harmony lines.
Oh, thank you.
They really were gorgeous. I don't know if you were playing both parts or if you were splitting the parts together, but the guitar work blended so beautifully. It's another bonus to a great song.
Oh, thank you. That's been kind of a newer thing for us in the pandemic, actually, or for me, sitting down and learning something other than rhythm guitar. So I'm very, very new to it, dipping my toes in, which has been a great
sounds
stretch
great.
for me,
Sounds
You're
great.
headed in all the right directions.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, yeah.
I always tell you don't have to play a lot of notes, just the right notes.
The
Ain't that
George
true?
Harrison approach.
I think we were talking about that last night with your album because we were talking about the incredible piano player, and
And the guitar tones and yeah,
it's all the
gorgeous.
right
Dan-
notes that
Danny Mitchell.
enhances the song. We're just, we're decorating the song.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Don't overplay. Play exactly the right amount. It's an equation that's hard to explain.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, we should have Jamie play one of her songs. What do y'all
Absolutely.
think?
Great.
All right, we'll bring y'all back in a couple minutes. Thank you.
That's
That was
great.
fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. So this is one that Jamie brought to me in the pandemic that has been dogging her. She just told me the story of a young friend who got shot by a handgun accidentally, right? When you guys were in what grade?
6th grade.
6th grade. Tell the story and give it a little context before you play it.
Sure, yeah. Well, his name was Devin Lujan. And he was accidentally shot and killed by his best friend. And it wasn't long after his birthday, which was just after the Christmas holidays. His friend had gotten a gun for Christmas.
Y'all went to school together, and you were in 6th grade together in Waco.
In Waco, yeah, in a small town outside of Waco. And there was this moment in the pandemic when I found myself Googling him. I don't really know what drove me to do that day, but I did. And what I discovered by doing that was that his mother had written these pieces to the local paper there, which is called the Waco Trib. You can look it up. Devin Lujan, Devin. And his mother had written all these pieces, like sometimes directly to him, sometimes about him, always on important days like major holidays or maybe his birthday. And the one that hit me the most, as you know, is the one that I saw that she wrote directly to him on graduation day, because that is the day that I walked across the stage and graduated from high school. And so I remember bringing this to you and asking for some guidance on it, a little help on it. And gosh, that was 2 years ago. And of course, like being from Texas after what's happened in Uvalde, I'm just like, really, I can't help but think of all the mothers that are going to be feeling this.
On graduation day?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is called Fall.
I'm standing at the screen door, looking out at where you used to play. My baby, you'd be all grown up now. should be your graduation day. A million tears I have cried. If love alone could save, you never would have died. If tears could build a ladder tall, surely I've built thousands, but all they do is fall. Your friends are in the auditorium. You should be with them in your cap and gown. We should be packing you up for college, 'cause you had big dreams, far bigger than this town. A million tears we have cried. If love alone could save, you never would have died. If tears could build a ladder tall, surely we've built thousands, but all they do is fall. That morning when you left us, we had no time to say goodbye. Our hearts are forever broken. Lord, please kiss him, hold our angel tight. A million tears we have cried. If love alone could save, you never would have died. If tears could build a ladder tall, surely we've built thousands, but all they do is fall. Surely we've built thousands, but all they do is fall.
Yeah, send that out to all the moms and dads and brothers and sisters who are suffering through this pandemic of gun violence in the United States of America.
Yeah, you know, I was hearing Beto O'Rourke speak the other day, and I guess I didn't realize that. He said there have been 5 mass shootings in Texas in the last 4 years.
More guns than people, we got a problem.
Yeah.
Well, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, only when it's dark enough can you see the stars. It was a beautiful paragraph in his mountaintop speech. I took that and brought it to my friend Beth Nielsen Chapman, and together we wrote the title track to my newest record, Dark Enough to See the Stars. At the bottom of my tears, on the backside of my fears, at the center of the pain, I hear my voice call out your name. Days go by, nothing works. I can't believe how much this hurts. I don't know where you are. It's dark enough to see the stars. Dark enough to see the stars. Dark enough to see the light. in an ocean black and deep, in the middle of the night, as I hold on to your love, like those lights from up above. I have drifted out so far, it's dark enough to see the stars. Curse the clock, time is a thief. Every life it measures brief. Every child is born to die, but the soul is born to fly under heaven's canopy. Tiny diamonds, you and me, lightning bugs inside a jar. It's dark enough to see the stars, dark enough to see the stars, dark enough to see the light, in an ocean black and deep, in the middle of the night, as I hold on to your love, like those lights from up above. I have drifted out so far, it's dark enough to see the stars. I've been carried out so far, it's dark enough to see the stars. Well, I was poking around to get some information about our guest Tom Paxton, because the story is long and incredible around Tom. And just right at the very top of his bio on the website, the publicist, whoever wrote it, did a great job, because right at the very beginning, Pete Seeger said, Tom Paxton's songs have a way of sneaking up on you. You find yourself humming them, whistling them, and singing a verse to a friend. Like the songs of Woody Guthrie, they become part of America.
I love it.
And the world.
Yes.
And the
I love
world. And then Guy Clark added, 30 years ago, Tom Paxton taught a generation of traditional folk singers that it was noble to write your own songs. And like a good guitar, he just gets better with age. It's very hard not to read that without doing a Guy Clark accent impersonation. Yeah. I'd count it up to the best of my ability, Tom Paxton records, and it's more than 60.
Oh my goodness.
Let's bring Tom in and verify that.
That's true.
Is that about the
Well-
right number? Somewhere around 60 recordings or more?
I think so, and a fair percentage of them were what I consider ill-considered. I don't know. Guy Clark was. I met Guy Clark thanks to Nancy Griffith, rest her soul. She invited a bunch of the people who wrote the songs on her album, Other Voices, Other Rooms, which won a Grammy. And she got us all together in Austin for a couple nights at the theater there, and we had a howling good time, and did a video to go with her album. And that was the first time I met Guy, and I'll never forget what he said when we said goodbye. He said, "Man," "you're a sweet cat." So I mean, I've had compliments, but I don't think any that I've enjoyed more than that.
Wow.
I try to be a sweet cat from now on, guy. I miss him a lot. He was one of a kind.
True Texas American original. I had the privilege of
Yeah.
working with him
Yeah.
for a bit. When I came to Nashville, we had the same booking agent, and the booking agent didn't know what else to do with me except for put me on the road to open for Guy Clark, which, if that's where it ended, it would have been fine with me.
Yeah.
I learned a lot just on the side of the stage, watching him be who he is. Yeah.
Oh, homegrown tomatoes.
Oh, yeah. Remember he played at the
And-
Newport Folk
and
Festival.
peop-
People were handing him homegrown tomatoes.
People listening might not know that song. It's got one of the greatest choruses ever. It goes, "Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What would I do without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things the money can't buy, and that's true love and
And
homegrown,
homegrown
tomatoes."
tomatoes.
Listen, I love the two songs you guys just sang. They were very touching to me.
Oh, thank you,
And
Tom.
especially Jamie, I'd like to give you just a verse of a song that I wrote called Tucson after the Congressman Griffith was shot in the head down there by a maniac. And it goes, "What if no matter how angry he was, how outraged he was, how furious he was, what if no matter how angry he was, he couldn't lay hands on a gun? He couldn't lay hands on a gun." It's just a good question to ask, I think.
Good God, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Sing us a couple songs, would you, Tom? Would you do us the pleasure?
I'd be happy to. This is another one from the new CD with Cathy and Marcy. When I'm sad, I long to be with you. Never could be wrong to be with you. I stand taller by your side, trusting you to be my guide. I will be so satisfied with you. This is not some crazy dream, some childish wish of a sailor moonbeam. This is something else, and it's all new. Feelings never felt before fill my heart with something more, till it overflows with thoughts of you. Oh, I will take the bumps and blows, face the rains, the driving snows. It won't matter if you're here with me. I was lonely for so long, every chance and he was wrong, till the laughing gods gave you to me. When I'm sad, I long to be with you. Never could be wrong to be with you. I stand taller by your side, trusting you to be my guide. I will be so satisfied with you. No one promised, no one swore I would reach some golden shore. No one said my dreams would all come true. Life is hard for folks like us. We do without, we miss the bus. we never ever find a love like you. When I'm sad, I long to be with you. Never could be wrong to be with you. I stand taller by your side, trusting you to be my guide. I will be so satisfied with you. Oh, some folks just can't catch a break. They stand in line, they wait and wake. Every bump in the road they take is wrong. They raise their chances, drop the ball, always stumble, always fall. I did that, did it for so long. Now I will be so satisfied with you. Never could be wrong to be with you. I stand taller by your side, trusting you to be my guide. I will be so satisfied with you. I will be so satisfied with you. Got one more for you. Here we go. Yeah. I wonder who's the farthest away from us as we do this. Last time I did something like this, we had people from Denmark watching it, and it was pretty late for them, middle of the night. But glad to have them. Let me get the right key for this. Yeah. Kind of a little bluegrass waltz here. I haven't written that many bluegrass songs in my day. I love to hear it, but I'm waiting to hear a bluegrass group do this one. It was still cloudy when the morning said howdy. I'm guessing that they're here to stay. I'm in a mess with the IRS. They're coming to see me today. Things are hard in my backyard. One fine thing is true, I'm still in love with you. My GMC is through with me. The axle broke in two. My boss is mad about some trouble I had with some posh country clubbers he knew. Everything's wrong with my little song in the key of how do you do, but I'm still in love with you. Saying goodbye to the cloudy days, that's what your best music does. A song you can dance to, maybe romance to, is always perfect because my troubles I find are all in my mind. They're nothing to ruin my day. They run off and hide like a carnival ride. When I face them, they scurry away. You're here to guide me when you're here beside me. Your eyes tell me yes, it's all true. and I'm still in love with you. La 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 da da da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ooh, do 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 do. Da 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 da. That was the guitar solo. Saying goodbye to the cloudy days. That's what your best music does. A song you can dance to, maybe romance to. It's always perfect because my troubles I find are all in my mind. They're nothing to ruin my day. They run off and hide like a carnival ride. When I face them, they scurry away. You're here to guide me when you're here beside me. Your eyes tell me yes, it's all true. And I'm still in love with you. Oh, I'm still in love with you.
Yes!
How'd you like that? How'd you like that guitar solo there?
That's great.
Fancy.
I
hope
was
I'm
awesome,
not out of
Tom.
a job.
I love that.
That's great.
So people are telling us where they're listening from, and we have some far out, far away locations. Estonia is in the feed.
Whoa.
You're kidding. Wow.
I know. The Netherlands, Nova Scotia, Brighton, Scotland, Sandwich.
Somewhere in Norway.
Ireland?
Yep, Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, all of you, for tuning in. My Lord.
Yes, indeed. Thank you all. Oh, Tom, that was just so delightful.
Thank you.
Just so great. The songwriting fever just stays with you, huh? It's just a thing that that moves forward in time with you, doesn't it?
Well, you know, I was just thinking about that. I was one of the first to write a lot of songs. Of course, in the generation before us, there was this lad named Woody Guthrie. He wrote a few songs himself. But in my crowd, I was one of the first to write a lot of songs. And I was just thinking about it, that I think that's the thing that we contributed to this culture of ours that we love so much, this country. We made it cool to write songs. And I think when we came along, there were not that many songwriters. There were just a few turning out most of the hits and stuff. But then we all started writing, and now you have millions of songwriters. And let's be honest, a lot of those songs are not very good. That's all right, because some of them are. And just from the sheer number of people writing songs, we're getting a whole lot of really good songs these days. And I'm proud to have been part of the start of that.
Yeah, it's incredible to have been at that place where prior to what you were doing and what Woody did and what Dylan did, the songwriters were all professionals in a building in New York. There was not the singer-songwriter that we know of today. It didn't exist yet. You guys invented it. You created a
course
monster, but it's awesome too.
Yeah, you had people in the Brill Building there writing some great songs. However, I mean that was
Oh, the best.
Neil
best.
Diamond and Carole King and her. Oh boy, the songs that came out of there were just great songs.
Right, and singers went to professionals to find their songs.
Yep.
And now singers write their songs for the most part. Even here in Nashville, even if they're not a songwriter, they're in the room when it's being written, and they get a co-writing credit because that's part of the way that it's functioning now. Is that
Yeah.
everyone feels as though they have the authority and the right and the desire to take part in the writing of the song.
However, one piece of advice I would offer young performers who also write is don't feel that every song in your show has to be one of yours. When you're out on the stage, you're wearing a different hat. No one really cares who wrote what. They just care, is this good? Am I enjoying this? And I'd been a full-time performer for 8 or 9 years before my shows were all my own songs. I would sing Woody Guthrie songs, Pete Seeger songs, whatever I thought was good, and just gradually added my own songs to the show when they proved worthy of it. It's kind of like spring training in baseball. You bring the new song into the show up to the bigs, give them a couple of at bats and see how they do. And sometimes they need to go back down to the minors and can stretch that metaphor to the breaking point, but give them a couple of shots and see how they do. And that's how you gradually build a repertoire that's strong and is also all your own songs. But you do it gradually. And it's hard. It's harder now than it was for us. I mean, typically the old guys said, "Yeah, it was a lot rougher for us in our day. We waded through snowdrifts to do our hootenannies." But it's not true. We had so many chances to play. There's so many coffee houses that provided stages, and you didn't necessarily get paid, but you got up in front of a paying audience of strangers, and you got to take your chances. And I think that's really essential for a performer. You need hours on stage in front of people, singing your songs and finding out the painful process of how to remain yourself under strange conditions. I mean, as a matter of our daily life, we don't get up in front of people in a microphone with lights on us and them in the shadows and sing them a song and expect them to applaud. That's a very special circumstance, and yet they say, just go out there and have fun, just go be yourself. Well, try it. Go, yeah. Do it about 1,000 times, and you'll start to be yourself. But it's difficult to learn that kind of relaxation.
I love what, oh, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah,
A very, very attentive relaxation.
I was just going to say, you reminded me of what Eliza Gilkison, our mutual friend, calls the humilitron.
The humilitron.
I loved what I heard James Keelahan say about songwriting once, which is, before you try writing your own songs, learn and sing 50 songs by other writers. It's learn your craft. I think one of the things that we hear, and of course we've all done lots of songwriting retreats and taught lots of people, is we hear people writing songs who really haven't studied many other songwriters. And we do that in everything else that we learn how to do, and that is part of the craft. You can decide whether or not you want to sing those other people's songs, but you want to study Woody Guthrie, you want to study Saigon, you want to study some of the Brill Building people, you want to study great songs, and from that you take your own ideas of what's going to make great songs for you. And it's a process. You don't wake up and go, "Oh, I'm a songwriter." You work at it, you learn at it, and you keep at it. Tom Paxton's been keeping at it.
And you write, and you write, and you write, and you write, and you write. And hopefully
Well,
we'll get to a
during-
place where you get a good one.
During the pandemic, I've been writing, in addition to writing with Cathy, I've been writing with John McCutcheon a whole lot. I've been writing with a wonderful group, some people from a group in Pittsburgh called Buffalo Rose. They're amazing. Also a songwriter in Colorado named Jackson Emmer. And
We love
couple
Jackson.
songs recently. Yeah, there's just so many great songwriters out there, and thanks to this thing called Zoom, you're able to sit down in the same room with somebody and work as if you were literally in the same room, and it's been great. The problem for me about all that is just the computer itself drives me crazy. I mean, when I get in a car, I put the key in and I turn the key, and I'm not expected to know anything about how the damn thing works. It works, but you sit down and you look at the computer, and it says, "Do you know how to do me?"
Well, you know, Tom, just the fact that you indicated that you put a key in your car and turn it indicates that you're an analog boy in a digital world.
Yeah.
Keys
I don't
are
even
over.
do that with I don't even do that with the car I have now.
I'm sorry, Tom, what's a key?
I don't need to do it. I just get in and say go.
Oh gosh, Cathy, Marcy, another song, would you?
We would. We'd love
might
to.
have one.
We know that our friend Irene Young is watching, and I'm going to send this out to Irene, one of the most amazing photographers ever. She's doing a great series of books right now from her photographs, and just look her up, Irene Young. And Irene has been instrumental in so many different things in the music world beyond being an amazing photographer. And she was instrumental in introducing our friend Grace Griffith to Blick Street Records. Grace was a gorgeous, gorgeous songwriter, singer mostly, didn't write too many songs. But through that connection, Grace introduced Blick Street Records to Eva Cassidy's music, and that's why the world got to hear Eva Cassidy. And Grace was a dear friend of ours and of Tom's. We lost her in June of 2020 after a long battle with Parkinson's, and Marcy and I were on her caregiving team for a very, very, very long time. And when Grace passed, the next songwriting session that Tom and I did, we wanted to do something in Grace's honor, but also write a song that anyone could sing about someone in their life they're really grateful for. This song is called Grateful, and if you're out there watching and feel like singing along, we hope you will. I've been lucky in love that's come my way, and friends I've made are the kinds of friends who stay. Some are with me now, and some have traveled on. Their love is with me, yet though they have gone. And I'm grateful for the love that will not die. I'm grateful as the years go slipping by. I'm grateful to be able to sing this song. My gratitude to you is ever strong. There are times when my loneliness has won, and others when you were the only one. Make me smile, keep me happy again. You showed me what it means to be a friend. And I'm grateful for the love that will not die. I'm grateful go slipping by. I'm grateful to be able to sing this song. My gratitude to you is ever strong. And I hope that I've done the same for you. Made you better when you were feeling blue. Acted like a fool just to make you smile. You showed me how to go that extra mile. And I'm grateful for the love that will not die. I'm grateful as the years go slipping by. I'm grateful to be able to sing this song. My gratitude to you is ever strong. And I'm grateful for the love that will not die. I'm grateful as the years go slipping by. I'm grateful to be able to sing this song. My gratitude to you is ever strong. Here's to Grace Griffith, Irene Young, Eva Cassidy.
Wow, that's so beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Well, we're grateful for the opportunity to get to know the two of you a little bit and finally do something together.
Same.
We feel the same way, absolutely.
Same.
In heaven over here.
So, briefly tell us a bit about the film that you made.
We made a film called All Wigged Out that was based on it was supposed to be a live theater piece, live musical theater piece that was, of course, canceled due to COVID. And like everybody sitting around going, well, what am I going to do with my projects? Marcy and I realistically said, theaters are 2 years backed up for what they want to do, and now with COVID, they're another 2 years, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, if we get this into a theater, I'll be 75, and by then I'll be onto some other project.
Well,
And
actually, through the cancer process, which, there's no good name for it, journey, process, whatever, path. It's cancer, and it's not great. But being a writer, of course, we sometimes tend to look at things differently than other people, or through a different kind of microscope. Not always true, but sometimes true. Cathy encouraged me to write down everything I felt, and it was really to tell my doctor what was going on. But the things that I ended up writing down were the things that I thought were either bizarre or funny. Like people would come up to me and say something totally outrageous, and the first time it shocked me. I had just found out I had cancer. I knew nothing about it. I didn't know what stage, what grade, what the process was going to be. Somebody came up, hit me in the arm, and said, "So, what are your chances?" And fear, like an ice bolt of lightning hit me in the stomach. It's like, oh my God. And the next time somebody came up and said something that was equally outrageous. And the third time, I looked at this person and I said, hold that thought. I reached in my bag, I pulled out my little doctor's notebook, I flipped it open, and I started writing these things down because they were just too hard to believe. And this list ended up being published in the New York Times.
Oh my gosh.
In an article by Deborah Tannen, who's a good friend of ours, who's a beautiful writer. She did one of my favorite books of hers, and they're all great, is You're Wearing That? Conversations Between a Mother and Daughter. And she did the research for Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and she's fantastic.
Whoa.
So that was a kickoff that maybe somebody would be interested in some of these musings.
So we worked over the course of about 9 months with a storytelling friend of ours, Andy Offit Irwin. He was definitely within our close circle, while Marcy was having these experiences, and he has an incredible comedic sense. And we also felt like we're telling our story, and primarily Marcy's story, but I'm very involved in that story, and we wanted to also make sure that this story resonated with other people. You know, I think that's what we do when we play our songs out, but our songs are short, and a play is long. And so Andy was a really great person to work with for that. And in July of 2021, we went to Chicago for a month. We worked with an Emmy award-winning film production company called HMS Media, had a terrific editor and director named Tracy Walsh, and a great band, all-female band. Stacy McMichael on bass, she just kills it, and Janet Kramer on drums. And we had never met them. We just talked on the phone and got together for our first rehearsal, and it was a club. We just had a blast. We all worked 14 hours a day, but at the end, we got a film. And it's called All Wigged Out. You can check it out on our website, cathymarcy.com/allwiggedout. There's a trailer there, and we're connecting both with film festivals as well as we're playing clubs that we're all familiar with, like the Freight and Salvage is doing a screening. And then we're working with cancer support communities and the American Nurses Association, and we're just out there to help build community and make people feel like they're not alone and there's help for them if this happens to them
All
or their
Wigged
loved ones.
Out.
Can't wait to
Check it out. We can't wait
Yeah,
to see it.
that's great.
Congratulations on yet
Thank you.
another thing.
Thank you. One of the most supportive people in my life has been Tom through the whole thing also. which
I
won't be
can
present
imagine
at
that
all.
to be true. I can imagine that to be true. One kind cat, is that what?
One sweet cat.
One sweet cat.
One sweet cat.
I'm
Guy
trying
Clark
to imagine Guy
didn't
Clark
really
using
talk
the word
that way.
sweet. I
so
know, that's why I'm like,
That's
wow,
beautiful.
what a strange.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Well, we want to thank y'all. I think that bring Tom in. We'll thank everybody,
Sure, you
and
got it.
thank you too, Tom. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. What a fast 90 minutes that was. That blew right past.
We'll have to do it again
Zip.
sometime. To get,
Oh,
you know.
thanks again for honoring us with your presence and your music and your stories and your wisdom and your kindness. All of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And back at you. This has been a real pleasure.
Pleasure's ours. Thank y'all. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up here with a quick song. And what a thrill to share the afternoon with living legends such as those. Quick little snippet from my book, which I think is relevant to what we talked about today. And people ask me if I believe songs can change the world, and my answer is, well, of course they can. Here's how it works. A song can change a heart by creating empathy. A changed heart has the power to change a mind. And when a mind changes, a person changes. When people change, the world changes. One song, one heart, one mind, one person at a time. And with 68 records and counting, Tom's done his share of that. And Marcy and Cathy with their multiple Grammys and now a film, a new record out, co-written with Tom, called All New, out there making the world a better place.
Yeah, I just want to say they're up to so much. It's really cool to go through their website, and they have different little sections you can see, like about the film and about what they're doing with children and different workshops. It's really a really fun little world to explore. And Cathy and Marcy's website to check out what they're doing. So.
Y'all go check out Cathy
Yeah.
and Marcy's website. And Tom's writing songs like he's on fire with it,
Oh,
as
yeah.
always. You don't retire when you love your job. You keep going. And songwriting is a really good job. May eternity hold you in the hollow of her hand. May a soft wind hand enfold you as you travel distant lands. May the moon and stars delight you as the daylight dims, till the morning sun warms your face, till I see you again. May you lay down your struggle beneath a silver sky. May a summer rain inside your dreams sing a lullaby. May there be no more struggle, no more pain. May you sleep inside the stillness of the night till I see you again. May you never be a stranger, may you never feel alone. May you reunite with family and friends, may they walk you home. May love embrace you in a dance that never ends. May you rest in gentle arms till I see you again. May you rest in gentle arms till I see you again. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for spending a couple of minutes with us on a Sunday afternoon. Appreciate the opportunity to meet you if you're new to us. And we'll let you know when we're doing this again. Until then, take care.